everyone, today we're going to be reading about global warming by Seymour Simon. Thousands of years ago, large parts of the land mass on Earth were covered by ice. The end of this age occurred about 11,000 years ago. Since then, Earth has been getting warmer. In recent decades, the rise in average temperature has been particularly rapid. Global warming is the term that is used to describe these changes. Weather and climate are different. Weather is what happens every day. Climate is the average weather over a period of years. For example, it's possible that the weather on any day might be cool, but the average weather, the climate, is getting warmer. Why is the climate changing? Could Earth be getting warmer by itself? Are people doing things that make the climate warmer? What will be the impact of global warming? Can we do anything about it? Global warming is happening because of the greenhouse effect. A greenhouse is a house made of glass. The glass lets in sunlight but keeps warm air from escaping. Earth is not a greenhouse, but certain gases in the atmosphere act like the glass in a greenhouse. Sunlight passes through Earth's atmosphere and warms the ground. Some of the heat bounces back into space, but much of it remains trapped near the ground by carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The greenhouse effect helps make Earth warm enough for life to exist. But if greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere in larger amounts, much faster than before, then the warming will get much stronger and the climate will noticeably change. In 2007, a report by 2,500 scientists from 130 countries concluded that humans are responsible for much of the current warming. No one person causes global warming, but there are billions of people on Earth. We cut down huge numbers of trees, drive hundreds of millions of cars and trucks, and burn vast amounts of coal and oil. All of these activities contribute to a huge increase in greenhouse gases. Even if we decrease the amount of gases we now produce, it would not immediately stop the warming because greenhouse gases stay in the atmosphere for years. The Earth's climate is very complex, and many factors play important roles in determining how the climate changes. Natural variations in Earth's orbit around the sun change the amount of sunlight we receive and thus the temperature. Earth has had much warmer and much colder climates in the distant past. Most scientists agree that something different is happening now. While Earth's climate has always varied, it is now changing more rapidly than in any other time in recent centuries. Since we have been keeping weather records, 19 of the 20 hottest years ever happened since 1980. For thousands of years, the balance of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere had not changed much, but now we burn huge amounts of coal, oil, and natural gas to generate energy. Every year, billions of tons of carbon dioxide pour out from the exhaust of cars, trains, trucks, airplanes, and buses, and ships, and from the chimneys of factories. There is 30% more carbon dioxide in the air than there was 150 years ago. Trees, like other green plants, convert carbon dioxide into oxygen. But trees and forests are cut down in huge numbers. When wood burns or decays, even more carbon dioxide is released. Carbon dioxide enters into the atmosphere much faster than the remaining forests and oceans absorb it. The release of the greenhouse gases adds to the speed at which the world's climate is changing. Methane is released by millions and millions of cattle and other farm animals. Nitrous oxide comes from chemicals used in soil fertilizers as well as from automobiles. The Arctic is already showing the effects of global warming. The average temperature in the northern regions of Alaska, Canada, and Russia have risen twice as fast as in the rest of the world. The Ward Hunt ice shelf, the largest single sheet of ice in the Arctic, has been around for 3,000 years. It started to crack in 2000. By 2002, it had split. Now it is breaking into smaller pieces. The Arctic Ocean is the great body of sea ice that covers the North Pole. Satellite photographs show that the ice pack has been shrinking and thinning in depth since the early 1990s. Scientists say that for the first time in human history, ice may disappear from the Arctic Ocean every summer. Global warming has also changed the feeding patterns and behaviors of polar bears, walruses, seals, and whales. It may even impact their survival. Polar bears live only in the Arctic. They are completely dependent on the sea ice for all their life needs. In the winter, females give birth to cubs. The mother polar bear eats little or no food during the winter. As spring approaches, the bear family makes a run onto the sea ice to feed on seals, their main source of food. If the ice melts, their food supply will be cut off, and this will impact their survival.